Hey guys, welcome back to Unaccompanied Millennials podcast. I'm Morgan.
And I'm Alanah. So Trump is taking a look into that Joe Exotic plea for freedom thing for us, so we don't have to worry about it.
Oh,
Just so you know.
oh well, good thing he'll be safe. Not
Yeah,
like he has other things to worry about.
I know.
Fuck.
It was so funny watching the link you sent me. All you saw was him. He was entertaining it. The guy asked him the question. Trump was like, "Who is this? What's going on? Oh yeah, Joe Exotic. I'll take a look." It was just funny the way he did it. Like he was actually like curious. You could tell a little bit about what was going on. He loves having that kind of attention, right? He loves knowing about everything. So he was like, "Oh yeah, okay, I'll look into it."
Oh my
I don't know if
God.
he actually will, but it was
Like
just funny.
feeling like he's the most important person ever in the world.
Yeah, yeah. But my big question is, I wonder how Trump's keeping his tan.
Well, you know it's fake. You
Is
know it just
he?
rubs
Does he
oranges on
have a
himself.
tanning bed in his house?
Maybe.
Yeah, like does he order it from China? All the tanning lotion? I don't, because I tried to buy some tanning lotion and it was all sold out.
Do
So
you
I think he
think
spotted it all.
do you think that it's a fake tan?
Oh, 100%.
Do you think he
And
has someone that rubs it on for him?
to get his back and stuff, probably. Milena, what's her name?
I don't know, God.
His wife. Yeah, so I'm definitely going to be as blonde and tan as him after this summer because I plan on sitting on my deck or laying in my floaty in my pool the whole summer since I don't think any of our plans are going to work out.
No.
No, it's going to be some major adjusting, but that's okay. But I'm
Mhm.
so excited for summer.
Me too. I'm excited to
Smell of
get my
coconut,
kayak out.
watermelon, the kayak, watermelon season. Like, there's no other time of the year where watermelon is good quality.
No,
It's
it's
always
not.
like gritty and mushy, but summer, it's the best thing ever. I eat so much watermelon in the summer. It's disgusting, but delicious. It's crazy. What are your favorite things about summer?
All of it. Like I'm a Leo, so I'm born in July, so I'm a summer baby, and like the sun, the air is better, the
Oh,
quality, like you're just a better person in the summer.
hmm
Not to mention it's barbecue season, it's country season, it's
hmm
go outside, you do whatever you want. You feel like you have more time in the summer, you can be more productive. Campfires, anything about summer, honestly, I love it. But mostly just being outside. So camping, biking, hiking,
hmm
kayaking, fishing.
hmm The feeling of the sun on your face, even the sound of music outside is better.
No,
When
yeah.
music's playing outside, it's just the way it sounds, like everything is better. I'm actually kind of excited that it's going to be a relaxing summer because and it'll be a financially better summer, I guess, because like I won't be paying for anything really. Besides,
Exactly.
I might be doing quite a bit of online shopping because I don't know how else I'm supposed to prepare for summer because I can't go to all my favorite stores or shops and like get the things I need. Like I need sunglasses, so I'm gonna have to order sunglasses online, which is the worst thing you could ever buy online
I
because
know.
I don't know what it's gonna look like on my face. I try on 50 to 60 sunglasses before I buy a pair. How am I supposed to? It's gonna be so many returns. Like,
I
I'm
know.
stressed about buying sunglasses.
Oh my goodness. I'm stressed because so my job was supposed to start April 30th and it's being postponed until further notice.
Okay.
I'm working from home until then, but they're just going to give me what, like a week's notice maybe to get up to Kenora, which is
Mm-hmm.
17-hour drive.
Ooh.
And last year I was packed and ready 2 weeks before I went up. So
Mm-hmm.
this is really stressing me out to not know when I need to be up there and
Mm-hmm.
to pack. Like I just want to pack. You know me, I'm a list person. I
Oh
need
yeah.
lists, a schedule. Like I need to
Mm-hmm.
know.
I remember when you went last year because I remember I showed up with some like goodies for you, and you had all your bins ready to go, storage containers. You had your bike tied to the top, your kayak tied to the top. You had everything ready to go. More
Yeah.
organized than I would have been for sure.
Oh,
For
this year won't be
sure.
as bad because I know what I don't have to bring, but
Yeah.
I still
And
have
you know
quite a
what you
few.
need to bring, things you regretted probably not bringing or
Yeah.
more of, or yeah. I think the thing I'm stressing out the most is like, how am I supposed to do the things, get the amount of exercise and stuff I need that without the gym? Like, I guess I'm gonna have to just bike a lot, even more than I would have on in normal summer. I'm gonna have to maybe order online equipment or something. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I'll buy a cycle.
Yeah.
I don't know, some sort of maybe weights. Maybe I think Walmart's still open. Maybe I should go there and purchase some stuff, like a
Yeah.
medicine ball or something. I'm
Yeah.
not sure. It's going to be different trying to get all my hobbies because I won't be playing beach volleyball. There's going to be none of the normal stuff that summer would contain.
I know. It's going to be weird.
At least I still have, like, I have a pool, so that's nice.
Yeah, because
I
all the
don't know.
beaches are going to be closed.
Because of crowds, so that will suck. People not being able to swim all summer in the heat. If like, people don't have air conditioning, thank God I have air conditioning.
If you have a boat, I'm sure you could go somewhere.
Well,
But
marinas are closed.
what?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
They can't stop you from docking your boat if you have it.
Well, what do you mean you can't get on your boat? I don't think you
There's
can't
other
get to the marina.
places other than the marinas to dock your boat.
I guess so. I don't know how that's working. I have
There's
no
boat
idea.
launches and stuff, but
I have no idea how that's gonna
like,
work.
good luck trying to keep my parents from fishing. That's all I have to say. As soon as the ice is off the lake, like, they're going fishing.
Oh. You know what's crazy? That on Family Day, what was Family Day? February something?
17th.
From now, the difference, eh?
I know.
Because on Family Day, everyone's out on the lake, ice fishing, doing random things, being with their family, going for brunch, stuff like that, or whatever, having brunches. And now, you couldn't even do that.
I actually heard that the Ministry of Natural Resources is postponing fishing season. So
Oh, really?
yeah, that would be too bad.
It's gonna be weird driving by fields that usually you see all the kids playing soccer and baseball and all that, and there will be no one there.
I know.
I wonder what people are gonna do to keep their kids busy all summer.
They're
Invest
gonna go
in something.
crazy. They better.
Yeah. Well, I've been even thinking about investing in a volleyball net or a basketball net or something for the house, just so we have something to do outside that can burn some energy and keep us busy, or we're gonna end up hurting someone.
A basketball net's great. We had one for a long time.
So did we. We had one when we were younger, and then I think something broke on it, and then they just never replaced it and got rid of it. But I think that'd be a good little investment. There's definitely going to be a lot of changes. I'm just excited to sit on the deck and enjoy the outdoors and do all those things. At least we can still have all that stuff. It'll just be weird not at nighttime when it starts to get a little like dark and it's still warm, and you'd normally go and hang out with your friends and have some drinks or go out to a patio bar or do the fun little things like that summer entails. You can't do, or if your friends normally would have bonfires or fires in their backyard, you can't do any of that.
Yeah, my
it's gonna be a little sad.
The summertime, what I look forward to is my family gatherings. We have one huge family gathering in the middle of the summer for my one side of the family. It's a blast, but we're not going to be able to do that now, and we're not going to be able to have those bonfires or those little gatherings and have this country jamboree that me and my family have been going to for years. I don't know if we're probably not going to be able to go this year. It'll be canceled.
I know, because every year usually I go to a festival, either Boots or Blues Fest or something. So Julia and Brooklyn and a few of my friends were probably going to, maybe even Haley, we're gonna try and go for a few days to Blues Fest and go and be in Ottawa, because everyone was kind of going to be in Ottawa but me, so it'd be easier for us to just go to something there.
Right.
And I was like all planning on putting a team together for the Hope Volleyball Beach Tournament, the festival. It's a charity thing, lots of fun, hundreds of people play, and I had it all planned out. I was so excited. I had it all mapped out. So it just sucks. But I'm just gonna have to make it work, I guess.
Yeah. Just
maybe
find other things
by
that
July some things will be more up and running, but I can't see major events like that still going on unless they decide the outdoor ones are okay to go on but not indoor ones. Who knows? I'm not sure. But
yeah, this whole thing, like, everything's uncertain, and it's almost you almost don't want to plan.
Oh no, I'm not planning anything. I'd buy all my tickets last minute if I were going to go to something, but I don't even think I would, because there's still a chance of getting it at that point and then spreading it to people. So I don't want to spread it to anyone, like my grandparents or my parents or anything. So, because they don't want to get that.
That's right.
I think my favorite thing I've ever done in the summer ever was like 2-3 years ago. I went to Calgary in Alberta to visit my sister, and my sister Jenna and I went to visit my sister Erin. They have this huge river. It's
honestly, it took us 4 hours to go down. We whitewater rafted down it, kind of, or just maybe just rafting. It wasn't crazy bumpy. There were a few parts where one of us had to jump out and kind of like direct us from not like going into a rock or something. But
Oh my
for the
gosh.
most part, it was pretty safe. It was a huge river. It kind of just went straight. But it took about 4 hours to go down. And what we did is we tied 5 huge floaties together. So we were all like on this huge one together. And we had coolers, drinks, and music. And it was a blast.
That sounds so fun.
It was so much fun. Myself and my 2 sisters, and then a few of her friends and a guy she was seeing and stuff. And it was just a bunch of us. And we had an absolute blast. And I want to do it again so bad. When I picture summer now, I picture that experience. It was the most relaxing, because what are you going to do? Nothing. You couldn't think about anything else going on in the world because you're in the middle of a river going down it for 4 hours. Like, that was the only thing that mattered and the only thing any of us thought about. And there was music. It was just the perfect day. It was hot. It was just perfect.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I can't wait to go back to Alberta. Banff is beautiful. It was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
I can't wait to go.
Any country I've been to. From any country I've ever been to, it was the most beautiful, serene mountains and just the prettiest things ever. I put a picture on Instagram, and I'm sure people thought it was fake because it was just that beautiful. The most crystal blue waters, biggest greenest trees. It's something out of a movie. Just the feeling of how small you are when you get close to the mountains. It doesn't even look real at some points when you're there. And there's no picture will ever amount to how you actually feel when you're there and what you actually see. Because the mountains look so small in the pictures, but they're massive. It's just crazy.
I know. That's definitely on my bucket list. I'm going to do that in the next couple of years.
We should do it together, because it's just, and like the hikes you go through, it's just so pretty. They have great restaurants. They just, everything. It's just, I love it there.
I'm so excited to do those hikes. That's what I do, is hike. So
hikes. I know. I like hiking a lot. I only like hiking during certain types of the year when the mosquitoes are really bad. I hate it. They're not too bad during the day, but when I just don't like mosquitoes at all.
Yeah, the bugs kind of drive me crazy, but if you're moving quick enough, they don't get to you. But
camping and stuff is awful with mosquitoes. They drive me nuts. Mosquitoes are the worst. The feeling of them all over you and all over your face is the most irritating thing ever. When we did our last podcast, or a few podcasts ago, when you talked about how chewing and the sounds of that were just so irritating to you, I have another thing to add. I remember saying that I wasn't too fussy. The feeling of stuff on my face, things crawling on me, is the absolute worst feeling.
I have that too. I literally I
get
nuts.
Frustrated.
Yeah. A couple years ago now, I went camping by myself, and I went for a hike, and it wasn't mosquitoes or black flies. There were like horse flies. Huge. There was a swarm of them attacking me the whole way. And this hike was supposed to be a 4-hour hike. I did it in 2. I practically ran it, and I almost didn't make it. I almost passed out. I was exhausted. I got back, and I was very gung-ho and biked to the hiking site from my site. So I biked there. It took about 10 minutes.
Okay.
And then when I was finished my hike, almost dead, I had to get on my bike and bike back to my campsite. And as soon as I got back to the campsite, I just passed out and slept for a few hours.
Oh no. I remember you telling me a story of you guys playing baseball in one of your leagues, and there were these bugs that were flying everywhere. What were they called? What were those?
They're shad flies.
Those were shad flies that were
the
really
shad flies. Yeah, shad flies are a little mayfly that only spawn in North Bay and one other country.
Yeah, there's another place too. I didn't realize it was the shad flies. I thought there was something else they piss me off. They are so smelly. They're harmless, which is fine, but I didn't know this.
They're pointless.
Ready for this? Well, yeah, I knew they were pointless, and I knew they only lasted a few days, but I didn't realize it's because they literally don't have mouths. They can't eat anything. They have no mouths.
Yeah, you didn't know that? Oh my God.
I had no idea. I
they
knew they were pointless, but
they only live to fuck and then die.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're great for the lake for some reason, and I think the fish eat them.
Yes.
But besides that, they just ruined Canada today. There's nothing worse than sitting there and you're trying to enjoy the fireworks and you're sitting there and you're being attacked by shot flies and mosquitoes at the same time.
Yes.
The worst thing. They're everywhere. You hear the crunch of them when you're stepping on the roads. All you see is like store owners taking the sprayer and just spraying them off of their businesses and their houses and stuff. Because they're just, the closer you get to the lake, they're just all over everything.
So this is what you guys have to do. You have to go online.
They drive me absolutely nuts.
You have to go online and Google North Bay shad flies.
Oh, you'll see it.
SHAD flies. And you'll see what we're talking about. They're the most disgusting creatures. I can
touch them though. I can take them by their wing and throw them if they're on me. It doesn't faze me anymore.
When we played ball, because we play ball in the thick of it, baseball that is, we have a ball field that's right on the lake. One game, the umpire actually called it and said that the game was over. I was batting and you could not see the pitcher from the amount of shad flies. And as a bat catcher, they get all in your mask, all in your face, and it's just a nightmare.
That is a nightmare.
Most disgusting things.
Okay, they are pretty gross because they smell and they're just annoying. But my absolute nemesis, maybe even more than spiders right now, because they just freak me the most out, is those spruce bugs, the ones with the big long antennas.
The pine beetles.
Yeah, I think they eat pine trees.
They're pine beetles, yeah.
That's what they're called. Oh my god, they're the scariest thing. First of all, I hate them. So my mom, one day, I came home and my mom's crying and I didn't understand why. And she says, "Oh, the worst thing happened to me." And I was like, "Why, Mom? What happened?" She said, "I could hear this sound and I was in the kitchen and I just didn't understand what was happening. I kept looking around and then I realized that there was a spruce bug in my hair."
Oh.
Okay, and I don't know if you know this, but they bite. They dig their feet in and they bite really hard. They have like
pincers,
pointy whatever at the front. I don't know what it is, their mouth. Yeah, they literally bite you so bad because they're meant to bite bark. So you know how bad those bites are gonna hurt? Anyways, so she tells me this and I'm freaking out already. She didn't want to touch it because she didn't want to make him mad. So she just waited there patiently because my stepdad was pulling into the driveway and she was like crying. She's just sitting there patiently trying not to make any noise, waiting. He gets to the door. He takes off his motorcycle helmet because he was pulling up his motorcycle. And she says, "Wayne, there's a pine beetle in my hair." He goes, "What?" Takes the motorcycle helmet and smashes her in the head to kill it. I swear to God. Smashed her right in the head to kill it. She didn't care. She was just like, hit it. Like they were like hitting her.
Oh my God, no.
To kill it because she was so afraid of it biting her head, like her scalp. Ugh.
Listen,
I can't.
No, I had a worse thing happen. I think I was like 11. We were swimming at my friend's pool, having a great time. I get out of the pool and I go to put my hair behind my ear and there's something there. I pull a fucking pine bug. Oh, I was traumatized from it.
I had one in my hair and I found out in my bedroom.
Oh my God.
It was about a year or two after what happened to my mom, and I was sitting in my room and I heard the sound, the stupid sound it makes, the scariest sound ever. And I was instantly traumatized. So unlike my mom, I went like this, shook my head so hard. I didn't care. I wanted that thing out of me.
Yes.
I whipped my hair back and forth. It flew onto the ground and then I screamed bloody murder. And then I think I threw my textbook at it or something.
Oh my God.
And then from that day on, have never sat under a tree because they just fall out of the tree sometimes and they land in your hair because their bodies are so big for their wings. Oh God.
Yes.
They're the absolute worst thing ever.
I was very scared to go and work up in the bush last summer because I'm not the best with bugs, but the bugs weren't actually that bad. But one night I was walking around and I was working by myself because it was during the week. I have my flashlight and I'm looking around and all of a sudden I feel something like come and grab my hand with the bug claw hands thing. I just whipped my fucking flashlight. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, all you see is a park warden freaking out because something grabbed her hand. I was convinced it was a bat, but it was probably a moth.
Oh no.
I was so, I was shaking when I found my flashlight. Oh my God.
You said the ticks were really bad too. Didn't you find one on your shirt?
I found a few ticks on me after an excursion in the bush.
That's
I never
the
got
scariest
any.
thing.
I never got any like embedded in me.
Oh,
Always found them just
I'm
crawling.
itchy even thinking about it. I'm scratching right
No,
now.
Alanah, for my first
Oh.
month, I was terrified about them the whole time I was up in Kenora, but
Mhm.
I was irrationally obsessed. My first hike I went on, I was hiking around and would not touch any foliage, nothing. Literally, it took me 10 times longer to do this one hike
Mhm.
than it should have because I wouldn't walk properly or let any piece of grass touch me.
I'd be there walking through the trails in a hazmat suit. Like, no, thank you.
Hmm.
Oh, they are so scary. I hate the thought of them. Oh, I'm so itchy right now. We need to stop talking about bugs. The one thing that I find a little crazy is that in the summer, I notice pollution and like waste way more because the snow melts and you see cups on the road or straws or different things like that. Something I don't really think about as much in the winter, I guess. Also, when I'm at concerts and things like that in the summer and festivals, you just see how many people are using so many plastic cups and plastic things, and you just realize how much. I just see all the waste in the garbage cans and all over the ground, and I'm like, oh. But it just really makes you think that all this stuff is ending up in the oceans, but how is it ending up in the oceans? I get that sometimes things are getting blown in or probably falling off of boats and stuff. It must be windstorms and stuff, I'm assuming, that are blowing all this stuff.
Well, I don't know. I'm not an expert, but I was under the impression that other countries like China were dumping their garbage in the oceans.
Mm-hmm. But if they are, we probably are too, and probably the States are. Probably a lot of
But
people.
are we? I think we sell our garbage to other countries.
Yeah, I think
I'm
cruise
not
ships also
100%
dump their
sure.
garbage into the water, the ocean.
That's disgusting. Like, that's
Yeah.
horrible.
I know. We should get Haley on this podcast to talk about that because that's what she went to school for.
Mm-hmm.
She can let us know what's going on with all that stuff. Because I find I have some questions for her actually. My first question that I need to figure out, maybe we could talk about, is metal straws. Are they actually making a better difference? Because this is my take on it. You're buying a pack of 3, 5, 10, 15 of them or whatever, and you're losing them, you're misplacing them, you're breaking them, you're losing them, you're throwing them out because they're starting to wear or something. Because you have 3 more, so whatever, just throw it out. I guess people's mindsets are like that sometimes. Then these metal straws are ending up in the ocean, are they not? And then are metal straws more dangerous than plastic straws for animals? I don't know. And
I feel like they would sink.
or
But
maybe I don't see.
also,
I don't know.
what about the plastic packaging they come in?
All that stuff. That's what I'm saying. They come in like the
Question.
plastic packs. I honestly think that this metal reusable stuff is a huge marketing thing, like scam that they're trying to push on people to think they're making better choices. But in all honesty, they're mass producing millions and millions of these reusable cups, reusable mugs, reusable wine glasses, reusable
Right.
straws every year. People losing them, people getting rid of them, people buying new ones. And now you have all this metal stuff being produced. And if I'm correct, I might be wrong, so anyone can let me know if I'm wrong. But I'm pretty sure it takes more energy, way more energy to produce metal stuff than plastic. I'm not saying plastic is good. I'm just saying that is there not something else we could be using? Is paper better? Is cardboard better?
I hate paper straws.
I
I'm always
know,
saving the
but just
environment.
maybe no
I would
straw
rather
then.
no straw than have a fucking
Yeah,
paper straw in my drink.
I know. I don't like paper straws either because they start to get mushy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if the metal stuff's the answer. If everyone in the world got one metal straw and kept that for 10 years, maybe it would be.
Yeah, maybe if people could.
For example, I bought them at the beginning being like, okay, well, I'll use these for my smoothies and everything because it's kind of hard to drink a smoothie without one. And then it came in a pack of 5 and you couldn't get them in anything less.
I know.
There's no pack, maybe 3, but you can't find packs of just one. If you can, it's not easy to find.
And okay, great, awesome for all of the companies that are cutting out plastic straws. You want to save the turtles, great. What about your fucking plastic cups that are ending up in the ocean?
I know that's what, and
The
all the
bottom
water
of
bottles,
the
there's so much plastic and all the plastic wrapping that's covering the metal stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, I just don't know the answer. I just think
It doesn't
everyone should be
add up.
on. No, I think if people actually genuinely cared about eliminating straws, they would just say, hey guys, don't use straws. Not, hey, use a metal straw.
Exactly.
I just think it'd be better. I don't know.
I think
Maybe
you're right.
I'm
It's
an idiot.
probably the corporate places are like,
They're looking to make
We
money.
can
They're
trick
like,
people into
mhm.
buying these metal straws.
Well, I think what happened was that places that made plastic straws were realizing a huge decrease, and they realized a market opportunity to now sell even more expensive straws
Mm-hmm.
that are metal, and that people have this sense of helping and being better for the environment and consuming less, even though they're purchasing these expensive metal straws and they're producing millions of them a year, I'm assuming.
Yeah, that's right.
Because they're this trend thing and people want them in pink and blue and purple and different patterns. And
I
so,
know, it's crazy.
yeah, because even think about this, every single store you go to, Winners, different places, you're seeing all these reusable water bottles, like the plastic ones. How many of those have I owned in my lifetime? Maybe 10, 15 of them. They're all somewhere in a landfill because I've lost it by accident, or someone stole it from the gym, or any different random things. Where are those now? I just feel like there must not be a better way, or maybe we found it, or maybe just no one's been innovative enough to find out a solution. But at the same time, why would a company want to have a solution for someone to buy one thing and have that forever, or for one thing for work, because then they don't make any money?
Exactly. Like all these companies are like, oh, we're here to save the world, but they're not. Like they're just there to make money.
Most of them. I feel like there are some good ones. Like there's this one called Case that is a phone case made out of recyclable materials, and it actually is biodegradable too, the cell phone case. And I feel like that is actually doing good, because the amount of cell phone cases that there are, it's nice to have an option, and they're really cute. They're really nice. I think I might order one. Yeah, I think there are some companies who do try to do well, but when you get to the big corporate ones, so Dasani, for example, who is owned by Coca-Cola, this is another thing where I'm very skeptical. So Shane Dawson had this in one of his videos, and I have never liked Dasani water, so I was so happy that he also figured this out and wanted to make a video on it, because I've been trying to tell people this for quite a bit of time, not like religiously, because I don't want to sound crazy, but I knew that the acid in Dasani water was really high, because I watched a video on it a few years ago on YouTube of them ranking the most alkaline waters, because I wanted to take as much acid out of my diet as I could, to be healthier. And I was like, wow, I can't believe Dasani is an acid water. Oh, that makes sense. They're a pop company. They're probably trying to like trick people. And then he brought it to my attention that, so when you open a bottle of Dasani water, it bubbles when you open it. It makes a carbonation sound, like a pop.
Mm-hmm.
And the amount of salt in it, it's like almost like a thicker kind of water. The amount of salt and acid in it actually is causing people to, when they're drinking it, after they drink it, to be more thirsty and want to buy another one, or want to buy a pop, because it
Well,
makes you want to.
that's to drink more.
Oh yeah, that's insane. Coca-Cola has made this water.
A few years ago, my dad told me not to drink Dasani because it doesn't freeze. So there must be shit in it.
Oh yeah. So the ingredients in Dasani water, one of them is potassium chloride, which actually stops the heart, and it's used as like a sedative, like when they euthanize people. So
That's crazy.
it's crazy, because even if it's a low dosage, and why are you taking that? Why would you want that in your body? It has like a salty kind of taste, and you can tell as soon as you take a sip of Dasani water, you can taste it. It's really gross. I've never liked Dasani water, because it always tasted like thick to me when I drink it. It tastes like slimy almost.
Mm-hmm.
So that's absolutely bizarre, and I can't believe I can't believe they're even allowed to put that in the water.
Yeah, why is there ingredients in in water?
I know, it's messed up. It's super messed up. There's actually a few. I think there's 4. Yeah, so Dasani, and the crazy thing is, like, Coca-Cola isn't trying to like stop it, or they just don't even care. They're just keeping, because people are still buying it, because when you go to these events, it's the only option in the vending machines for water
Exactly.
sometimes. So people are still paying for it, right? Yeah, so it contains magnesium sulfate, potassium chloride, salt, and purified water.
That's
And if you
crazy.
read the bottle, I'm pretty sure um, it says something really creepy. Purified water, okay? But it says something else on. Yeah, it also says non-carbonated on the bottle, which I find weird.
Yeah, obviously water is non-carbonated.
Yeah, so it's weird that they say that right on it. So because people probably look at it and say, "Oh, never mind, it's carbonated," and then they're like, "Oh, never mind, it says here it's not," because when they look at it, they see the bubbles.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's very. I don't like that at all.
That's
Um,
fucked. Shane Dawson's the best.
I love Shane Dawson. He also, the other one he did in this video, which I loved, was the Champion outer, like the sweaters and all that stuff, like the clothing brand. Do you remember wearing that stuff as a kid at all?
Yeah, and now
Because it
it's
was
coming
cheap.
back.
Because it was cheap. So
Mhm.
now what they've done is they made it this bougie thing. So you can buy it in like all stores. You can buy them in like Walmart's, Targets, in expensive stores. You can buy a Champion sweater for $30, $29. And you can also buy it for $280 or $450 if it's at a different store. What they're doing is Champion is making cheaper brands and more expensive brands at the same time so it can reach everybody. Which is weird because brands usually have like a
Is
specific
that
like
smart or is that evil? I don't
it's
know.
kind of genius and evil at the same time. It's both because then what's happening is people are spending the $500 on the sweater if they go to a store like that and they can't afford that. Or kids are seeing them online for $500 and thinking that's what they need to spend on it when they could actually buy one that's probably a little less better quality, but for a $400 margin of price difference, like
What
so.
the?
I know. I found that because I was weirded out by it probably at Christmas time because I was shopping for Neil for Christmas and just looking around for gifts. And there was quite a bit of Champion stuff around, and I kept seeing people in it. And I was confused because I didn't realize it was a thing. Again, I was
Yeah.
confused, and then I kind of wanted one because they look comfy and cute. And then I was like, wait, I'm falling for it, but I still kind of want one. I don't know, but
Just order one from Walmart. Nobody would know the difference.
yeah, I think they're probably trying to pull things out apparently, but maybe not because I feel like people are gonna get mad if they can get it at Walmart and they spent $500 on one
Well,
from
that's their
another
own
store.
fault. That's their own stupid fault. Yeah, I see it at Boathouse all the time, and like it does look
See,
really
and it's
comfy.
expensive probably at Boathouse.
It
Like
is, yeah.
$50.
Mhm.
Yeah, but then you could buy it cheaper other places, which is just and then more expensive other places. It's odd,
It is.
but
I think I miss shopping. I would buy a lot all the time, but I really enjoyed going to all the stores and looking and finding stuff
mm-hmm,
on sale and stuff.
mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna really miss that this summer as well to just do on rainy days. But I guess I'll be able to keep my apartment clean and stuff
Yeah,
like that. I don't know. I
things
like
like that will be way easier to to keep because there'll be nothing really else to do.
exactly. There's no
Mm-hmm.
excuse. I went through and cleaned our room here yesterday. Went through the closet, folded up everything, hung up things. It feels so nice, and then you get everything off the floor and sweep, make the
Mm-hmm.
bed. Oh, it's so nice. I like to do that about at least every month, but I change my sheets more often than that.
I think everyone kind of has their own thing. I think some people probably clean like once a week or once every 2 weeks, or messy people probably clean once every 90 days, who knows. But then there are the people who do it every day, like as they go.
That's what I do. I like to
I
make
do
sure
that
everything's
now. I didn't
away.
before. I never was like that when I was younger because my mom would always clean up after me all the time. So thanks, mom. But I definitely try to clean up as I go now because it just makes my life a lot easier at the end of the day. But I would say I do a full clean every probably like I vacuum and all that once a week, I'd say. And then
Nice.
I do a full clean, like make sure everything's wiped down, like the bathrooms and all that stuff, probably every 2 weeks or so. It all depends on how much I've been home. I definitely purge and go through things and reorganize, like you said, probably every about a month or so. I get like really frustrated or I get really overwhelmed or like I have an OCD attack and I start
Yeah.
redoing everything.
For me, it's like a feeling that I get where I need to go through things and donate stuff.
That too. I donate a lot of stuff to the Diabetes Association and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It stresses me out when people say, "Oh, I'm going to throw out this clothes. I'm going to throw out that." Like, no, donate it. Oh. Do you ever miss the clothes that you had as a kid because they would be in style now?
Okay, so I had a coat that I got from my grandparents when I was little. It was pink and it was fluffy, kind of like the ones everyone wears now, like
Yeah.
those fluffier ones. But wait for it. It had a radio built into it.
Oh,
And I feel like that'd be the coolest thing right now. If I walked around with my fluffy retro pink coat and it had a built-in radio.
right? Or all of those
Like, what is that?
mixed matched colored sweaters.
The tie-dye or the mixed
No,
match?
like
Like right
they
down the middle?
they have like 5 different panels of color on them, and then
Mm-hmm.
there's like a half zipper. I had
Mm-hmm.
like 5 sweaters that were that style when I was younger, and now
Mm-hmm.
people are paying $150 for them.
I know. It's crazy how things keep coming, like they keep circling around. It makes me want to keep everything, all my clothes, because they'll probably come back. But I'm kind of a basic with my clothing where I like to wear like simple colors and stuff like that. So none of my stuff
Timeless.
usually goes out of style ever because it's always kind of I try to buy timeless clothing items. I obviously will always buy a few trendy things and then donate them, or but I should probably just keep holding on to them because
They'll come back.
they always come back. Yeah.
My style's plaid.
I
That's
know
it.
you live in plaid.
So that's timeless too.
It's timeless. Yeah. Oh yeah. That's well, at least in Canada it is. It's just something comfy about plaid when you wear it. It just,
Honestly,
especially when you have a nice thick, like well made one, like big,
yes.
comfy.
Last summer, I took my dad's old Gap jean jacket and I
Mm-hmm.
put one of my plaid shirts with a hood inside of it, and that was my go-to jacket for any. Oh, it was great. I love it so much. My dad's in denial that I have it. He keeps on calling it his, but it's mine now.
Oh, like you took it as your own.
I
You
have
gifted it to
adopted it.
yourself.
Yes.
He's gonna rip that off of you one day.
No, I have it.
No, it's away.
He didn't even notice it was gone all summer, so it can't be his.
Oh, my mom always steals my clothes when I put them in the donation bags.
Well, that's not
And
stealing them. You were going to donate them anyways.
yeah, but it's just weird. Then I watch her in my sweater, and I'm like, Mom, get your own clothes.
That's funny.
Because you try to get rid of that phase of your life, and and you donate that sweater or something that you just hated, but you liked for some reason for a while. But it's awful, and then you have to watch your mom in it. It's just not fun.
Do you ever keep those clothes that you never wore once, but you keep them for years because you're like, oh, I'll wear that eventually?
Yes and no. I'm pretty good at purging things and donating because I don't like having things that I don't really need. But at the same time, there's always those few things I keep because they're really nice. I just haven't had a place to wear them or something,
Mm-hmm.
or like an occasion to wear it, or I haven't had the right shoes to match or something. But
Right.
oh, what's the worst thing you've ever bought online
But all those things that never came in.
besides the rug thing?
Yeah, that's the rug hooking thing hasn't come in yet. My jersey that never came.
Mm-hmm.
My Jays jersey. I don't know. I never really bought a lot of things online.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
My favorite places to shop online, which I think might help some people if they're like trying to decide where to buy summer clothes from and things, because you can't really go shopping in stores. Definitely Lulu's. You will have to pay customs, I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, because it is from the States, unless they've changed. They have a Canadian
like
website for it now too.
Lululemon?
No, like Lulu's, it's just called Lulu's.
Oh, okay.
Lulus. They have the most gorgeous stuff on there. It's not, you can get things that are a bit expensive or not. It's, the price isn't terrible, and it's great quality. Great quality stuff. Love it. Shein is really cheap stuff, but it's good for basics and things like that.
I like getting bathing suits from American Eagle.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, that's where I order my bathing suits from.
I bought a bikini off of Triangle. It's expensive, but it will last you millions of years. They're
Yeah.
gorgeous. It's an Australian company. And then Bikini Village is okay, but really overpriced for the quality is okay, but it's not like Triangle amazing. Levion Rose has decent bikinis,
Yeah.
but it just sometimes their patterns are really odd because they're like more geared towards a certain group of people that I just don't classify myself
Yeah.
in. Sometimes the prints are really odd.
I really like American Eagle because they have a bunch of different styles, and my favorite style is like the scoop bathing suit. It looks like a sports bra when it's on.
Oh, I
With,
like those too.
high-waisted bottoms. And that's all I wore in Mexico this year.
Have you ever
Super
been to
comfy.
Brandy Melville, like the
No
store?
idea what that is.
It's more of a newer one. I think it's only been around for a few years. It's a smaller store, but they're becoming a big thing, or they might have already be a big thing. But they just have they have really nice clothes. If you go on their website, you'll probably find a million things you liked.
Nice. I try not to online shop too much because I get addicted to it because I love the feeling of waiting for something and then getting it. It's
Dude,
like
that's me
Christmas
with
is
Jeffree
coming.
Star Cosmetics. The amount of I get so excited. I ordered lip gloss and a few things, and I'm waiting for them patiently to come in. Neil sent me the Bloodless palette. He tried to send me the Conspiracy palette, and it got returned because of an issue with the postal and the
No.
customs. I know, and I'm so sad, and they're still out of stock to this day. So now, even though we spent how long and so much effort trying to get the palette, and we did, I didn't actually physically receive it, and I could cry about it. So I'm just patiently waiting. But I get so excited about Jeffree Star Cosmetics. It just
I
makes
just
me so
love
happy.
waiting for anything to get to me. Like it's a
Mhm.
present from me to me.
It literally, it's the most exciting thing ever, for sure. For sure, for sure.
Okay, guys, thank you so much for listening. Give us a 5-star rating if you liked what you heard. Leave us some reviews and let us know what you are getting up to this summer. Make sure that you subscribe so you don't miss any episodes.
Stay safe, stay healthy, and new episodes come out every Wednesday. Bye.
Bye.